I'm back in the kitchen, whipping it up, whipping it up. So tonight I'm going to do some spinach artichoke dip, vegan style. Now you know me, you know spinach artichoke dip is my dip. Let's get into it. Okay, so I started out cutting up some red onions and some green peppers. And then I bought my artichoke hearts in a can, but you can get the natural, fresh artichoke hearts and cut it that way if you like. I was kind of taking the easy way out, to be honest. But they came in the can, kind of sliced in half, so I'm just going to cut them up just a little bit more before I get started. Alright, I started off with my vegan, soy-free, earth balanced butter. And I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. First, I got a little peppers in there. But I'm going to add my onions first and saute them up a little. About a minute or two. Add a little garlic. Just until my onions start to brown a little. And then I'm going to add my peppers in there. And let them two saute together. About 30 seconds to a minute. Juices can start flowing, and then boom, I'm adding my artichoke in there. As you see, I cut it up a little bit. There was also some head pieces on them that I cut off. If you want to leave those head pieces on, you can, but I preferably did not want them. Adding some seasonings in there before I add my spinach and my cheese. I got some garlic and herbs, about 3 times around. I got a little Himalayan salt, not too much of that. Too much salt ain't good for you. And then I got a little Tony's Original. A little something of that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is add some BioLife cream cheese. It's just vegan cream cheese. And I'm going to let that melt down on top of my artichokes, onions, garlic, and peppers. As my cream cheese starts to melt down, I have a little bit of feta cheese left from last week with the Parmesan eggplant. So I'm going to add that. I preheated my oven to 350. So that once I finish, I can put it in a pan, place it in the oven to get all the cheese to melt and all the flavors to marinate together. Yum, yum. Okay, my cream cheese and feta is about melted. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding my mozzarella and Parmesan. And to keep the dip creamy, I am going to add a little coconut milk so I don't lose any of my moisture as it continues to cook and melt down the cheese. Okay, so what I also did was cut up some spinach because I didn't want the stems to be in there. So I cut my spinach up. I didn't really know how much spinach to cut up, so I kind of ballparked it based off of how many artichokes I put in there. Because I didn't want artichoke dip, I wanted to make sure that I had spinach artichoke dip. But I also didn't want the spinach to overtake the artichokes as well. So I'm gonna cook this for like 5 minutes or so, just so that my spinach can cook a little with my cheese and artichokes. And then I'm going to add them into the pan so that I can melt my cheese in the oven. Okay, so I'm adding it to the pan. Satin, and then I am going to top it with cheddar cheese on top, and I'm gonna add a little Tony's on top. You can add whatever seasoning you want to when it comes to making this artichoke dip. I typically pick the same seasons that I usually cook with because I don't have time for the shenanigans. Got a little Tony's on top. Okay, so I just covered it with aluminum foil to help the cheese melt. I'm gonna leave it in there for about 10 minutes or so, and then we're gonna see what we working with. Alright y'all, so I just took it out about 5 minutes ago. I left it in for about 10 to 15 minutes. I think it was like really 12 minutes. So it's still really hot, but I wanted to taste it in front of y'all so you could see my reaction. It is steaming. Steaming. That's really good. I gotta try that. If you try it, let me know. Like and subscribe. But thank you for cooking in the kitchen with your Mika. Cooking in the kitchen with your Mika. Deuces.